You pick up on this as well. You hear the sound. And you kind of glance over and can see this like movement in the dust kind of kicks up a little bit. And then kind of like, you see this like, almost like a tadpole. It looks like kind of like a basketball-sized tadpole thing that just kind of plops out and starts like rubbing on its back in the dust and kicking up this little dust storm kind of on itself there.
That's an anglerfish.
Tadpole is
smooth to it?
Why do you do that?
I'm gonna. Ooh! I have an idea. Can I use? Can I use catapult? Are there any rocks around?
Oh, there's plenty of rocks around you. Everything is rocks.
No. I know. I want to do catapult a rock that's like 60 feet away from me, and like that way, and send it over and hit it onto the tadpole.
Nice. Onto the tadpole?
Well, next to the tadpole.
Okay. You go ahead and send it off into the storm, the wind kind of blowing against it, but the rock has enough strength behind it where it carves over it, a slight, arc to it. It hits the ground, and the creature kind of and like digs back under the ground.
Do you remember? When it jumped and flopped, was there space between the ground and where it jumped?
It arced like a few feet in the air before it like hit the ground and kind of was like rubbing on the ground, kind of getting itself all dusty.
Do you remember that fairy that we saw?
Yeah.
100%.
forest?
Yeah, it's an anglerfish. It's fake.
Yes, it was a lure. I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah, but then what if it's actually just an innocent little creature and we're all convinced it's a lure?
6 tons smushed the chinchilla.
And now Baneworm is going to eat the teeny little cutie grub.
Better him than us.
Circle of life.
I'm gonna cast speak.
Just calling it out there.
I have some
Let's go.
spells.
How long does telekinesis last?
Telekinesis can last up to 10 minutes.
It's gonna be a good night.
Can you just
But
Professor X us and like, we levitate this rock that we're on and we all just go rock zooming away?
oh god,
Wild
it's
idea.
like
Yeah?
Sledding?
Shut
that
the
is
fuck
actually
up.
a
It's just
really great
short
idea.
rest.
Wait, what are we doing?
Thank you.
We're becoming rocks?
Yes,
Is that
I'm
a
gonna
thing?
cast. That's a fucking awesome idea. I'm gonna cast telekinesis,
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
The
Okay.
office take right there.
I was
and I'm gonna. The rock that we're sitting on, this boulder, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna like focus everything that I can and try to raise this boulder up into the ground.
Okay.
Pretty good.
As you all kind of cluster up in this one section of the rock, you kind of use your mind to reach into it and find where the elements of shale that surround the base of you are most capable of being pierced and pulled away from the main portion of the rock around you. It takes a few minutes of concentration to kind of get your mind kind of dug in there like wedges and then pull it free. You feel it kind of shift and lift up, and as it does, you feel like the faint cracking of it in places. It holds, but this is fragile stone. You don't want to rock it too much. But you do indeed all feel your troop kind of lift up.
Wow.
This is cool.
I'm just gonna float it the direction that we want to go.
Okay.
reserving my opinion for the end.
It begins to shift out into the storm. And as the wind's buffeting it now, you could feel it kind of like almost rock a little bit as it moves.
Oh, right, there's a storm.
But you continue to push forward.
What about those little creatures? Are they,
Should we throw some body parts the other
yeah,
way?
like throw them away from us, away from us.
Who's
get
got
out.
right? The storm begins to subside. And right as it does, another strange glow of the surrounding landscape.
Oh.
The entirety of Rudis begins to brighten up and flare. As it goes off, you all feel that same passing wave of energy. The two Rudisborn, you both get your 15 temporary hit points.
Sweet. On top of the other ones?
No, they would just
Fuck.
They don't
Stack.
stop.
That's good, though, for, like, everybody that's been on the move.
Don't act too excited.
I do kind of instinctually and nervously grab Imogen's hand right before this is about to happen.
Yeah.
She
I hug her.
levitates
And she
out.
does like drift up a little bit, just instinctually as the energy like drifts off the surface of Ruidus, you kind of go with it like you've been caught in like a sail catching wind for a moment. You kind of get lifted up, and Laudna kind of holds you anchored before pulling you back down as you hold on to her.
Do I feel any wolfy desires in this flash?
My visual.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
No.
As you cling to her for. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
Do I feel any wolfy urges in this flash?
It was near the city, but that's pretty much all we have.
Yeah.
Should we reach out to Ira?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
What if he's just chilling with the Volition?
Yeah.
Could be.
Or what if he's sitting in right next to the right hand of lewdness?
Why would he be doing that?
He goes where
And
it
he
benefits
visits.
him, right?
That's true.
Let's do it. Reach out.
To Ira?
Ira, yeah.
You want to do it or me?
He was an ally for a minute.
Either one.
You rolled a 19, you said?
I did.
Just where are you? What's going on? We're on the moon. Should we tell him we're on the moon? I guess he would know.
Tell him we're on the moon.
Sound enticing. He likes enticing.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
What would you like to say?
Bells, Hell's here. On the moon with you. We've got information. And treasure.
So enticing. That's good.
And plans. So many plans.
Tell him I said hi.
Laudna says hi. Where can we find you?
You've finally come along. Welcome to the crimson land of the strange and beautiful.
Wasting
I
words.
know he's getting poetic. Jesus.
I've been busy watching, learning.
He's gonna make you waste another spell.
That's all right.
He knows it.
That's
He
all
knows
right.
it.
It's all right. He's a friend. You waste spells for friends. In relation to Craveris, whereabouts might we find you? Please be specific and brief. That we may speak more in person. Laudna still says hi.
I would. Yeah.
So now, for the rest of you, choose where you are hiding in this space.
Oh boy.
Largely over here.
Oh, we wouldn't have scattered?
The minute you guys kind of like pushed off to this side to hide from where everyone was scattering away from, this was kind of where it would be. So somewhere
Were there
in this
doors and
area.
stuff to jump into the?
There's no like windows to jump into.
Not from this position.
I'll be like, I guess, tucked into this.
That's where I was gonna say too.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it? But we could.
Yeah, we could tuck in together.
Okay.
I'll say that I fern in that sort of alleyway
you
back
roll?
there.
Kind of back
For
here.
stealth.
Yeah,
Okay.
not great.
15.
Okay, I would probably be in front of Laudna because I rolled like dog balls.
Like dog balls.
Like dog balls?
Yeah, I rolled a
Dog
9.
balls.
Like dog balls? You mean beautiful?
I think these are the same.
Appreciate that.
What's our game plan here? Are we just trying to give Fern and run?
Sorry, I'm pulling
I
out my-
thought
I actually.
I was trying to make a loud noise because I remember those guys don't like loud noises. I wanted to make them rear up and
I think we
cause
need
some
to.
chaos.
I got him up
I-
there. It's all
Dogs.
good.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
if
true. That's
possible, it
true.
would be better to just get rid of these guys right now.
To each.
You got it.
Cat.
You both just get pummeled. Their heads kind of like knocked off to the side. Dark blood spatters out as they both kind of right themselves. Look back in your direction.
That's gonna be bad. Can I back up?
Yes, you can.
Wait, what's happened? What are you?
I'm just backing up.
You just disappear around the building.
We just
Yeah.
keep throwing
I
each other
just-
in front of each other.
Yep. Protect me! You protect me!
Really, y'all?
I'm gonna.
How big is the cart?
Well,
I know.
can I lift the cart up and like put it on top of a building so it's not seeable?
Yeah, you can do that.
Nice.
I fucking love it.
Shove it off to the side.
Wicked.
Minecraft God mode.
Now, Orem, you have a pretty high passive perception.
Yes, it's 31.
Yep. As you're putting it up there, you can see like one of the upper towers. There is someone kind of looking over, down over the circumstance. All you see is a figure like up there, and then quickly like pull back into the window.
Kill all
Well,
pieces.
hopefully they're
roll.
part of the resistance. Let's go.
I think one witness up high.
Do you point that out?
Yeah, I think it.
Put our cloaks up and let's get the fuck out of here.
I have invisible Pate go up and get a closer look at who this is.
Lands onto the windowsill, and as Pate kind of glimpses inside, it looks like a dark, kind of shaded abode. Looks like some scavenged furniture that lies around with some sheets of kind of dried and torn material. You know, you see cloth-like materials around here, but you don't know where cotton would even come from. It's not quite cotton-like either. It's thicker. But you see inside there is a Ryloran figure that is just kind of just hiding off the side of the window.
Are they wearing like military garb or just drags or?
No, they look like a standard civilian.
Same guy that was with the kids earlier.
Do you want to give him a little?
I'm gonna have Pate. I've never done this. Uninvisible himself. Tell him he better keep his mouth shut, or else.
Okay.
Oh boy.
As Pate like swoops in and lands the entity, you see this like maybe the Rylor that you've encountered have all been like varying younger to middle age. You can see the coloration on the body is slightly more gray. A lot of the vibrant reds and purples and pinks have kind of faded, and you can see elements of wrinkles. This looks to be an older Rylor, who immediately turns and looks at Pate and like backs up into the corner as Pate stumbles forward. Hey! You! You don't say a thing. No peeping. Shh. Which is hard for a skull to do.
So cute.
Just whistle.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're all friends here. And look, we can clean it up for you.
All right,
Right.
that's enough. That's enough.
It's a service we provide. Here.
I think he's got it.
Right. So, what did we learn? The kind of like, yeah. So we don't tell anyone.
All right, Pate.
All right, I gotta go. Have a good day, boy. Out the window.
Okay.
Let's get off the street.
We are heading.
That rocking horse was really great that you gave to those kids.
I got a lot of those. I got them like jacks, just ready to throw out. Some people got caltrops. I got rocking horses.
Just like 100 Statue of Liberties.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
tucked away.
It was a very
Tucked
sweet
away.
thing, though. I don't think those kids might not have ever had a toy in their life, at least not like that. It was very kind.
You were very good with children.
There's also
Almost
not lot
like a
of-
fatherly instinct took over.
Got enough practice.
Rare in a couple of ways. There's very little wood here.
You know, it does. Seeing those kids, it seems like there's a decent amount of disparity between the different classes.
I meant what I said. I feel like a lot of people here would have a better life if maybe they were allowed to come to Exandria. They've never seen trees. They've never seen green like that. The Talent Highlands are just so beautiful.
Devil's advocate, it's very beautiful here.
Sure.
I think their problem is someone standing on their neck more than the landscape.
I don't know, I think I have 4 pounds of dust and sand in my eye holes.
Your beautiful eye holes.
Just like dig out massive fucking
Rocks.
rocks out of yeah. Just squeeze my eye a little bit. No, I agree. I think helping them would be a great boon to the end of all of this. Plus, I don't want to, you know, this is probably going to sound a little cold, but it's the truth. When there is imbalance and injustices in a system, it can topple much easier if we can rally those who have been stepped on.
Well, I think that's why the volition is probably in this area. You know?
Just remember, we are here as guests. We don't know the lay of the land. We don't know what anything means. We don't know these people. We are going to follow the people who have already figured out what they need. They know that they don't want this in here. We can help them get it out.
We're not guests, Ashton. We're infiltrating.
Right now, we are guests in a hole beneath a floor. We cannot infiltrate. That would require us to be subtle.
Well, we've got to infiltrate.
We have
Otherwise, all this mission is for nothing.
We have to learn. We have to pay attention. That's all I'm saying. It's too easy to get... It's too easy to make assumptions.
Well, that's why we're here.
That's exactly why we're here.
And I think we're doing it.
To that end, not saying we're going to get caught again, because we are smooth.
So smooth, I look at the treasure scribble.
Looks like she's moved a little bit, kind of towards the core of the city, still a ways away from you.
Just a little bit. It might not be the worst thing in the world if some of us got captured. I'm just saying, in case it comes down to throwing down again or causing more of a ruckus or bringing undue attention and everything, if we've got this mental link, we have ways of tracking each other and talking. No. Going inside might not be the worst thing.
This mental link lasts for an hour. Is the only thing.
Sure. But people talk when they're not paying attention to someone that's on the inside.
It's true.
Yeah.
I would say I think it makes sense for some of us to get captured. I don't know.
That's
I don't want to know what they would do if Imogen got captured.
Oh, God.
I can't think of that ever working out for me.
Getting captured?
Especially splitting up and getting captured.
Well, let's just call it out then. I'm kind of volunteering. That could be a distraction in a worst case scenario, just in case we get in there.
I could too.
Yeah.
I could too.
There are some of us who are just the teeniest bit, expendable is a really shitty word, but let's call it malleable.
Yeah, I think I can be a part of Team Malleable.
Yeah. We're real flexible.
Options.
Options.
It's a good thing to keep an open mind about.
It's about
I don't
this
hate that
point
idea.
in your mind, Imogen.
Oh!
Yeah.
What?
Quiet. No one move. You hear the shifting of, it's like a rug or carpet over the top of the entryway that you're all in. You can just barely hear the sound of about a half dozen footsteps slowly begin to enter.
Half dozen.
How
Is
big
the
is
hole
the space?
open in the basement?
Where you're in, it's another kind of like a... It looks like it might be a storage space, but it's been completely emptied out. It's just an open pit that's like 15 by 20 feet that kind of goes underneath the shop to a certain extent.
You're flipping the neighborhood.
But you can just barely hear the footsteps above
Darkness.
and silence.
You're casting darkness?
In the room,
You can't see in the bed.
the pit around you is now suffused in absolute shadow.
Oh my God, I can't see.
All you have is the sound of footsteps and silence. That's where we're going to pick up next episode. It sounds weirdly familiar.
Okay, so
Wait,
Maybe they have their own little...
Yeah.
did you rat us out?
Fucker.
No, I bet it.
We don't know.
It's way too far away to
very-
rat us out. If anybody ratted us out, is that guy up in the tower that we didn't talk to after he saw us.
No, Pate talked to him.
Yeah, Tate threatened the fuck out of him.
And then we left.
Tate.
So somebody could have tailed us from the street. It's possible.
Just so I know how magical darkness works, if we're inside the magical darkness bubble and they open a door, we can't see them.
Nope.
Shit.
We can't see them.
They
We
just-
could
They
hear
can't
them.
see us,
us.
though,
They
as
see
well.
impermeable darkness, though.
I
which
can
is
see
weird.
through magical darkness.
You're the only one who can.
Whoa.
Great. So
That's
Laudna's just
Yeah,
like
I can.
at the bottom of the stairs looking up at them.
But they can't see her.
No, they can't
They
see her,
wouldn't
but
see, yes.
she'll
It is.
What? Yes,
It's the Travis nightmare.
definitely. I look like a night terror.
Yeah,
I look like
yeah.
a sleep paralysis demon.
Stop
just
calling
goes
it
like-
into existence.
to people like looking around
For some reason, I envision it as like one of those like night
That
vision
person that
cameras, you know,
Oh my god.
just the eyes.
I can't do any range stuff. I can't.
I've got my immovable
go across
rod.
from Ash and just crouch like Daredevil, waiting for
So
us to start.
leave your hammer.
Okay, where
I'll
you
go up and.
Across from Ash on the
Also,
other side
if
of the
you're
ladder.
spidering,
Is it a
maybe
ladder?
get
Yeah.
Already?
Well,
Oh my god, you can
be
hang from
prepared
the
to get up on the
ceiling.
roof.
They open the latch and I'm on the latch.
What are you all doing?
It's down here with us?
It is down here with you.
Does it seem like it has? Oh God! Does it seem like it has?
Well, we can't see
I
it.
don't know. It doesn't seem like it has seen
Laudna,
us.
tell us what's happening.
Does it seem like it's seen us?
Tremor sense?
It does look like it is. It looks like it's emerged down below. It kind of stumbles off the edge of the ladder.
I say
seeking,
in
it's seeking.
our brains, I kind of give like a location of where it is.
Yeah, it is right in front of you.
Okay.
Like it doesn't see you. And it's interesting because the little eye that you see flitting on it,
Doesn't see us.
it's
Head. Say in everybody's heads. It's covered in teeth. It's covered in teeth. It's covered in teeth.
and it is coming. It's coming in your direction, like testing, like
Towards
checking around
me?
the room.
What
Yeah.
do we do? We can't move.
Just I tell everybody to like hug the walls. Hopefully it keeps coming towards me because I want to like lightly navigate around it.
Okay.
Like,
I'm gonna
try
ask
and
for a
slip it.
group stealth check on this.
I'm trying to kind of like get any boxes between me and it, but like
It like bumps into one, and you kind of like shift around on the other side of it. Sips around, kind of scoots around past you, Imogen.
I say in her head, "It's coming for you, Imogen. It's coming for you."
Shifting sound as it kind of burrows through the rock a little bit, and then you watch as it kind of like dips into the rock and just burrows entirely into the ground.
Oh, wait, where's it gonna pop up? Where's it gonna pop up?
As he whistles, two more burst out of the nearby walls and kind of follow up behind it that you didn't even realize were burrowing in the ground outside of the tunnel.
Whoops.
The last thing I need here, based on where they were going, I'm going to go ahead and roll some dice to see where those emerge from. The first one's going to be on a 2. A 4 is going to be next to Imogen, and the last one's going to be Fern. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws for me,
Dex
please.
saving
Keep
throws?
it
You
dex.
got it.
Come on.
You got this.
Come on.
Keep it
Do we have
dex in.
advantage on
so
anything?
close.
We don't. And you didn't give either of us sixes.
Not yet, because I gave it's still active with good old Ashton.
I burned it.
No, he
Oh,
burned
you
it.
burned it. Well,
Yeah.
Too late.
Oh, not for that one. Oh, never mind.
Okay. 10.
10. Okay.
21.
21. Okay. The one that kind of bursts out beside you, you duck out of the way, it kind of catches you in the side, but you hold your breath and it just burrows off and picks up and floats back up the ladder after the other one. Shortly after that, the one hits you from behind, bursting through the wall behind you, Imogen, knocking you to the ground, some of the rock kind of covering on you, and you instinctually like breathe out as it knocks the wind out of you for a moment, and you're like trying to catch yourself. The creature turns and focuses in your direction. You're watching this, and you can feel that odd breath, like as it's just creeps up close to your face. Opens its mouth and just bites down on your head, almost gently, like it's testing what's there. Pain surges through you as you kind of not knowing what else to do in that moment, let this creature just bite into your head, rows of sharp teeth just digging into your scalp and the part of your shoulder. You take...
Can I take out this Ryloran behemoth finger that I have and just slowly
Wiggle it in there.
Yeah, wiggle it in its mouth and try and slip it in and slip Imogen's head out.
Just toss it on the floor.
I'll say...
Or just like toss.
Everything's verbal.
Make a... Oh, there is a meta magic ability that helps improve
Oh,
that.
wait. Let me see if I have that. Do I have that? Quick spell, quick spell.
I think it's silence.
I know, but I don't have silence spell.
Hand
Well.
on the creature's mouth.
Why'd you build a broken character?
Why didn't I know that I would have a creature gnawing at me when I couldn't make noise?
On your dome?
Why wouldn't I have planned for
It's
that?
not easy for you to figure out yet.
I'm gonna try and bait it with this.
I understand.
Give it a little beef jerky.
I'm gonna need you to make an animal handling check. As you're trying to draw its attention from a fresh piece of bleeding meat to an old piece of no longer bleeding meat.
Honestly, there's a lot of meat on that bone.
If something has
I mean,
a verbal,
this is the juggernaut finger you said? Yeah, it's a meaty. It's like a sausage. Yeah.
did the other creatures already leave the thing, and
They
he's
did.
the only one?
He's the only one there.
Yes.
No fucking.
Yes.
On the dice.
Yes.
They've been waiting.
Okay, where do you throw this? You watch as you pull the finger in the way, and kind of like it looks up at you. You can see like the blood streaks down the outside of its jaw, and you just see this kind of red mess that's the back of the unmoving Imogen's head. And you like instinctually grab the finger and kind of like hold it in front. And as you do, it kind of
Can I kind of trail it to the door a little bit and then just kind of the direction the other one's going to get out.
you throw it out the.
We'll do it. Throw it out.
Where are you throwing? Where are you throwing
No.
it?
Like towards the ladder
Just a
or
finger
whatever.
Okay.
so,
Which is-
like-
You chuck it towards the ladder, and it just and immediately lunges over, digging into the ground and catching it like a shark out of water. If the water was rock, being like kind of burrowed through, takes it. The ladder gets bumped and like almost gets knocked out of the hole for a second. It makes a bit of a clatter above, and you hear some of the foot's like stepping over to the edge, and one of them's kind of looking in and can't see anything, holding the lantern again, like looking. It's like, "Hey, come on, what's going on?"
Please leave. Please fucking go. Please leave.
Like spits a chunk of the like partially chewed section, and then eats it. And it turns to look back towards where Imogen is. While it's distracted, what are you doing?
Can I feel a box behind me? Is there
From where you are, there is definitely like a box that got kind of shifted as it burst through the wall.
Can I try to get up onto the box while it was
I will give-
distracted, jumping
wait.
after the thing? Mm-hmm. While it was making noise and clattering around?
Make another stealth check for that. So go ahead and roll to make your spell touch attack, your melee spell attack with disadvantage.
It's a 1.
Wow! This is a series of really crap rolls.
Yeah, they
Telling
are.
us something.
Wow!
It was going so well.
But you have
Sorry,
so many
guys.
dice.
We have an idea.
Maybe it's because there's
Travis, shut up!
You go to reach towards it, and your spell grabs the empty space of the inside of its open gullet as it snaps over the front half of your body. The rest
the
of you
front half of my
just hear.
I don't like this.
You see now just the legs of Imogen kind of kicking outside of it. I'm going to say for this instance, let's go ahead and roll initiative since we are now actually in. So, sorry, going back to the top of this now.
Yeah.
Top of the initiative here, it is Laudna with FCG on deck. What do you got?
All right, you can actually see.
I can see. I'm going to try to just quickly lead this. And I'm going to just tell everybody, everyone remain calm and shut the fuck up. I'm going to throw Fern as one of these creatures through the top of the roof.
Amazing!
And I tell Fern,
Trying to kill the thing?
yes, but let me get rid of this thing first. I would get rid of them. I tell Fern, turn into one of those little tadpole-y things that we saw, but like Orem-sized.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
So
what the tadpole thing is, and like what you were in the river.
Like we're fighting.
what
She's
we're
trying
fighting.
to look like the,
I'm gonna
the
try
thing
to
that we're fighting.
try to look
Okay.
at those
Okay.
piranha.
Telling her it looks.
Teeth
It's
is-
one of the things that we already saw.
Correct. It is.
So?
It is technically a beast.
At the table.
And then I want to toss Fern's ass up through the hole.
Okay. You got it.
You don't. I mean, you probably wouldn't even need to toss her up. She could probably walk herself up.
So are you going to move over?
Hover up.
Are you going to move over to where she
Oh,
is then?
right.
Are you going to move over to where Fern is, or are you moving by where the bottom of the stairs?
Or the bottom of the ladder. Sorry.
I need to guide Fern. I'm the only one who can see.
Okay, yeah, so you step behind and hold on to Fern and begin to like force movement, drag her over this way to the bottom. I'll say you can do that with your movement.
I was gonna say, that's a movement, not an action.
Yeah, I'm holding my action.
But
Just toss my
she's
action
touching
up.
the ladder.
Yeah, if she
Yeah.
can get to the ladder and
Then
she
I would
can
know. I would know where to go.
blump up.
I'll say you're getting in position for that. This is like not your action. You're just kind of like reaching and tugging, and you're kind of
Because remember, we also don't
drifting.
know how they move. Like, just because she looks like one doesn't mean that she can.
levitate like these
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
do. Not that any of us see this shit.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and like kind of drift, pulling her over while you hear the gnawing sounds of your friend being eaten in shadow. All right, so you hold your action for that. Finishing that go. Fern, you're up with Orm on deck.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna keep you guys posted about what's up there.
Just try and get him to go.
I'm gonna get him to go.
As long as they walk out the fucking door.
I
we're good.
can still hear my thoughts while I'm inside of this thing.
And I'll say just for Evans too, because it's good.
That poor girl.
Huddle. All right, so I'm gonna.
Happy. They do these
Do they have the little?
They have little hops, and I'm gonna just help you get up out of there. He's right at the gate.
All right. All right. I'm gonna just get up there and.
And I help her.
Okay, as you kind of throw, you kind of follow with the momentum. You find yourself almost kind of drifting and floating ever so faintly, and then suddenly the shadow emerges, and you're inside the room above, kind of gliding, and you realize you can kind of gently hover, not fly, but kind of hover just a little bit above the ground.
Oh, cool.
There you see the figure standing there with the lantern, goes like, "Ah, what is going on?"
I'll just kind of move around.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Come on! I mean, I'm going. I'm going. I'm not. I wasn't planning on sitting there like talking.
Try to be the goodest boy.
Yeah, be a gooder boy.
Just do some, get some scritches after.
All right.
Happy 9-year anniversary.
All right, I just tell everybody, keep remaining silent. I think it's working, but we need more time. I just have to walk away. Just hold on.
I'm just gonna try to just like kind of bark at the door or whatever. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna shut up and stand by the door.
Do what you want,
Open the door.
Fern.
Do something fun.
Do what you want, Fern. What you want to do?
Just like
Try to steal
I'm gonna
something.
just like. Well, I feel like this is my turn. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
No,
wait.
this
I'm
is your
gonna-
turn.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
You've literally just moved, so.
Okay, I just move. I'm just gonna try to like I'm feeling like there's something, whatever we're looking for is out the door. So I'm just like getting antsy, like a dog that wants to go outside to go pee. Like.
Okay, what sound do you make? Hell yeah. All right.
Still pointing out the door.
I think they're on the trail. This place is done. And the two other Rylorans here at the front that you can see kind of waiting there, kind of look at each other quietly, look back over at Zesh, who kind of like puts her head down, and they both kind of start walking alongside as the rest of the surrounding Slithers like start darting out the windows, out the front door, kind of pushing past and opening it. They all begin to like dart outward together as he's starting to prepare his exit. To the top of the round, Laudna, you're up with FCG on deck.
What can I see that he has moved away?
Yeah, he's left. You're just kind of now at the bottom of the stairs. A recovering Imogen. Everyone's kind of still and quiet, and you've sent Fern off to a new life on
They're starting to
Ruidus.
leave. I think they're starting to leave.
Matt, where was it?
Now the darkness has dropped. How does Imogen look? Does she still have a scalp?
Yeah, she looks fairly she looks fairly rough. And to my mind, I mean, in however you wanted to describe it, your instinctual sorcerer capabilities almost try and protect you in ways, and so it still pushes through and still tears you, but you're not like, shredded with hunks of flesh hanging off or anything.
There's just like little arcing sparks of electricity coming off the little bite marks as it's trying to like
Trying to stitch
skin
it.
back together.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'm just surprised you managed to. I thought they had found you.
Honestly, same.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Darkness came through this time.
It was very resourceful.
She steps over and looks down in the basement.
So, if we want to try to talk, we have to convince them that a group of us need to ascend a security tower.
And Era is the one that's blocking the way, right? So, is there a guard at the bottom?
Yeah, 2 or 3, you said?
Yeah, there's two kind of near the bottom that are patrolling, and there's one that's halfway up that's kind of walking around the kind of, it's almost like a central disc balcony that surrounds the exterior of it, and you can see they're just kind of just walking around and keeping watch.
So we either need to do some really good convincing or some quiet takedowns.
Convincing would be better.
Who's convincing? I mean, Chetney's bribing, right?
Oh yeah, with the gift.
Yeah.
That's at the that's at the end.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to just go up and ask for Aaron and see if we can.
Maybe all of us or just a
I
couple?
can walk up.
Okay.
Sure.
Guidance.
Thanks.
And in fact, I actually don't need to present the toy. You could present it.
Oh, I could?
Just
You're,
keep,
you're Chetney Claus.
yeah, Chetney Claus with a Z.
Yeah.
But just keep it under this piece of fabric before you give it to him.
All right, I'll just put it in the fabric in my pouch.
Don't look at it.
But all
At these dusk hours, the light is minimal. It's not quite full nighttime yet, but even from that vantage point, somebody who has keen vision or somebody who can acquire keen vision under darker circumstances would also be helpful.
Oh. You can see in the dark.
I can.
Come with me.
All right. Ooh, but
Maybe
this is going to be so romantic.
I know, it's kind of like a little date. We haven't got one of these.
I know,
Yeah.
not in so long.
All right, so who's going up?
Me and Laudna.
2 of you?
Sure.
Okay. So the rest of you are just kind of hanging back, playing sentinel here toward a little ways off from the base of the tower?
No, keep going.
Yeah?
Okay. The rest of you kind of post up out of the way. The 2 of you. Any preparation before you approach?
I've guided her.
Uh-huh.
Do you want Pate with us or no?
It's a good idea. I'll tell Pate to go invisible and stay with them so I have eyes down
Okay.
here.
Maybe if it comes to talking, if this errot is
So I'm just going to stare at you.
if you tell middle person that he's expecting you and you have the delivery, maybe that'll send the message.
Who's expecting me? Okay. Sure. I'll walk up to the person in front of the door.
Okay.
At the entrance? Is there someone at the entrance?
You do not see a door entrance to this tower. There's an outer kind of spiral staircase that
Oh, I
curls
was
at the
thinking
center,
the
and there
stairs.
are like layers and platforms kind of climb up from there that have banners and bridges that kind of pour off of it.
It's a tower playset.
All right, so we can start making our way up the stairs.
As you approach the base of the steps, one of the patrols comes up to you and immediately kind of like comes up in a huff. You can see they're having these kind of heavier gray robes that are wrapped around them. And at first, they look like they're kind of lost in them, like they're a little too big for their size. And you realize this is a younger Rylorn. They're less elongated, and the crest on the head is a little shorter. And you see this is probably like a newer recruit, probably in your early 20s or so, runs up and kind of looks at you a little wide-eyed for a second with recognition, and just speaks into your mind like, I didn't realize you were coming.
Yes, I need to get to the top.
Of course. Make a deception check.
Come on.
So cool. Wise call.
And you have guidance.
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 You have advantage on this. Of course you have advantage on this. You look kind of like your mom.
Okay. Guidance. Wait, where's my 4s? Where's my damn 4s? There's one.
Okay.
Wow, I missed that. Okay. 18.
18. Okay.
Oh, that was such a better roll than what I
Well, 18. Kind of like steps aside and kind of look at you. Can kind of sense the dark eyes kind of looking at you out of the corner. Kind of
in his head, he's gonna hear, "Stop looking at me."
And I'm just gonna kind of fall into this role like I'm her bodyguard.
Yeah, doesn't even acknowledge you. It's
Great.
just kind of just loudly swallows as you begin to ascend the steps, kind of curving around. The second patrol and the second bit kind of hears the footsteps and begins to walk over, approach, and you hear off the side, psst, psst, looks over the side, and the first car goes like, looks over and sees you both approach, gives an acknowledged nod, and then kind of steps away towards the edge of the tower and looks up at you as you both walk by.
In your head, you hear, "How long do you think we'll be able to keep this up?"
As long as it serves us, I hope.
All right.
The mom is really important.
Yeah, I've gathered.
Okay.
You ascend the ever-climbing tower, and it becomes kind of this perpetual spiral that begins to grow kind of exhausting. At a certain point, you've now climbed 7 or 8 stories of just spiral stairs, and you feel a sweat beginning to creep into your robes. As much as the temperature gets much colder here at night, like it's quite a heavy drop in temperature, you still find yourself hot from just exertion of getting up to the top. But eventually you kind of clamber towards the final bit of that tip where you can see the basket-like crow's nest peak of the overspoke sits. And there's the singular point goes to like an actual like spike point to the very top. As you approach, you can see those kind of blue glass lanterns that are affixed throughout the city that you see occasionally like hanging from places. They're dull, but as you step underneath them and get within a certain radius, they glow. And you immediately begin to get the sense that maybe these lanterns are proximity-based. As soon as they glow, a voice goes into, not the air around you, but the minds of both you. Hello? Who's there?
Erod?
Yes? And you kind of look up and you can see over the edge, there's someone kind of looking over down at both of you.
What does he look like?
From what you can tell at a quick glance, Ryloran looks a little hunched, kind of lanky looking. Looks like he's carrying some sort of like a book in one hand that's just kind of like clutched in an arm, and has like straps and what looks like a heavy spyglass and like a walking stick kind of leaning up the edge. Someone who's posted in solitary watch over the highest tower in the city, and it's like unexpected an arrival.
I need access.
I haven't lived with before.
It's none of your business.
It gives you a look. Make a deception check.
Come on.
Do we even need the toy?
I know. We can
With
save it if we
advantage?
don't need to.
Not for this guy. This guy's a little more discerning.
The toy's already working.
Okay. 25.
25. Of course, I
Bless you.
Stop it.
I serve the Imperium. And he like closes the book, quickly hides it, and like takes the walking stick and stands up and kind of sips to the side as you both continue to ascend the steps till you get to the peak of the interior where he is, and he just kind of stands there,
With my back to
big
him.
like toothy grin.
As we look out, he's gonna hear in his head, Erod, this is nobody's business but ours.
Kind of gives you like a keen turn to the head. Of course.
And I'll just turn my back and look out. We're looking for, I don't even know what the fuck we're looking for.
Look for a purple house.
Purple house. We're looking for, oh, it's dark. How are we gonna find purple when it's, okay, great.
It's a reminder of the point of the mission.
Now, mind you,
I'm just trying to get us up here.
interesting point. Dark vision doesn't have a lot of strong color. It's a lot of gray scales and stuff. So it's not impossible because it's not night. Well, but no. But what I'm saying is you have a lower DC than most to see it.
Okay.
But even so, you're here. You're the highest point. You have this massive city around you. What are you just going to glance over the edge and look around?
Yeah, we're trying to find purple fabric, right?
Yeah.
Deep purple paint, I think.
Can we, I don't want to lean over the edge. Can we stand back from the edge so that we're not like, if you look up, you don't see us?
Sure.
You have a fucking spyglass.
Fern has one.
You did see one hanging around the neck of Erot.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Erot,
Mm-hmm.
I need your spyglass.
Of course. Lifts it off, and it's this like long, looks almost like a scroll case that's segmented. And as he kind of like hands it over to you,
I'm just gonna use my telekinetic hand to just pull it over to me and
Sick.
Boss bitch.
and hand it over to you.
Interesting point of order too. Erot seems much more tactile than other members of the Imperium that you notice. Many just kind of they lord their psychic whims with almost an air of superiority. He seems much more tactile and kind of like hands it over to you.
He's reading book. I like him.
No, I like him too. All right. I'm gonna do a scan. I'm gonna try and knowing that the volition is gonna be like on the outskirts. I'm gonna try and go far and see if I find something that looks like this on the outer rings.
Sure. All right. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time to do this, but you can continue to like do a pass. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Is he
Glad I got advantage on all this shit because I sucked in a ring.
While she's looking, I'm just gonna turn around and stare at him, so I can see what he's doing.
Is he reading a Ryloran
yes.
translation of Tuskglow, by the way?
Oh my god. Or the trials and tribulations.
It's been localized.
24.
It says Tusk Romance. It's, didn't quite make the full translation over here.
Teeth romance.
Yeah, a lot of interpretive, dream-based recollections.
Real nail biter.
24 is great.
18.
Within 3 minutes of doing a scan, like many of the banners here, a lot of the color is just washed away from sunlight, from dust and storms, and a lot of Kaluma Craveris, the surface city, has this kind of just dull reds and browns and grays to it, just kind of washed over with time to where there's not a lot of color that pops, which does make it easier to catch your attention to what looks like a single purple flag. Tiny little flag that's off in the outskirts by this like massive, what looks like a pile of freshly excavated red and brown dirt. You can see what looks to be some sort of a metallic gate that's pressed into part of the rock wall on what would be the far right-hand side of the city's encased like crown of mountain range that the valley it sits in. But you can see this little flutter of purple flag that kind of drifts in that area.
I think I found it. And I passed the spyglass over to Imogen and kind of like guide to see if she sees what I see. Oh, wait, it's a little heavy in the front. Hang on. You're
Turn around. Turn around.
Everything looks smaller.
Yeah. I can't see anything.
It takes a moment to find it, and you do figure it out. And at first, you just want to make sure to compare and contrast. So you kind of scan other areas to make sure there isn't like other purple that's bright or anything. But indeed, there's like you find flecks of color out there, but a lot of it's muted with time and erosion. Indeed, this does stand out.
Great.
Not to a distractingly beacon-like degree, like look here, but definitely kind of seems to bear the symbol you're looking for.
And can we see a path to it from where we are, the roads we would need to take?
Yeah, you can glance down and kind of see the shortest paths, the safest paths, the most hidden paths. You have different options at your disposal.
Great.
all right. I guess we got what we need.
We head back down,
All
right?
right. Did you give him a present?
We don't even need to.
No, save it.
But Jenny Claus,
Don't.
you have to start the myth.
We already have with the children.
I don't want to use up his stuff. I love that you guys can be on the ground and we can still have conversations.
Toys are meant to be shared.
Wait, but remember that they said that he was in it for personal gain and he wants presents?
Well, yeah, but he also thinks I'm his boss right now.
Okay.
So volition, right?
Volition?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. I'll,
You trust him?
No. I'll put the spyglass back on his chest and pat his shoulder. Good work, son.
It is a pleasure to have you in my tower.
I wasn't here.
Of course, no, not at all.
Head down.
Shoulder check him just a little bit on the way out. Just give him a...
Stab.
Pops
Yeah,
out.
It's bleeding.
Stabs right into his rib.
You descend, and at this point now you can see like a few of the other patrol guards are like kind of gathered at the bottom, like talking. And they, as you approach, they'll kind of whisper quietly, and it seems like a few of the folk have come to see the woman.
You know, Chetney's
I think
toy
I
might
might just
come
bust that out.
come handy now.
As you begin to descend, the central guard that you first passed like stalks back up, and as you hit the bottom, the first patrol, still kind of making sure he doesn't look you directly in the eye, kind of takes his position, and some of the other ones kind of scatter off a bit, and they're all like trying to play it off like they're just doing their patrol, but you can see there's like 3 more gathered patrol that are just kind of awkwardly in the area, kind of catching glances over in your direction. You oddly feel there's a sense of mythology that's been woven here around your mother, at least her interactions here on the moon as of late. And people are drawn to catch a glimpse.
You're famous. Well, not you. You're not famous. Your mother's famous, but that in turn kind of makes you famous.
What's she been doing? Should I give him a present?
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna kind of step in front of her and be like, break it up. Break it up.
They all scatter a bit and hold to attention, almost like they you say break it up, and they kind of form almost into like a walkway, like a ranks to the side.
Yes, that is what I meant. Good work.
I'll just keep my head high and walk past him.
Okay. As you walk by Orm, you feel a heavy elbow into your side. And you're like, and you glance over it, and one at first what you thought was Ashton is another vanguard figure that's like, shh.
I'm not seeing anything.
I tell everybody.
He walks off.
In our heads as we approach them. Get into like a formation so we can get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Similarly, nudge Ash, and I pull out the sword and then go about 10 feet out from Imogen off to diagonally to the right like a bodyguard.
This is definitely
'Cause
the
I'm a
most
bodyguard.
nonchalant way to travel.
Just as we walk away from the tower, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
To avoid the fanboys.
Is anybody following or watching as we head down the street?
They watch as you walk away, but nobody pursues or follows.
Right.
And as soon as you're the littlest way away, you can see them kind of like regather to like talk and whisper to each other.
Cool.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't use your toy.
What?
We didn't use your toy.
You have it?
Yeah.
Hey, give it back.
And as she steps forward, you can feel the reverence in the chamber for her. She approaches, and not telepathically, but speaking as you speak. Who among you would you consider to be your leader?
Boy, this is just the craziest question.
We debated this. We've talked about it a bit.
Who speaks for you, at least?
I
I
can do
literally push Imogen by the elbow forward 2 steps.
it. I do.
You. And there's this kind of like a faint, hushed clenching throughout the whole chamber as you kind of step into the light a bit, and everyone sees the coloration of your hair and the designs of your scars. And all the lanterns kind of flicker brighter as you enter the chamber. You're of her lineage, are you not? This Timot?
I'm her daughter. Yes.
As you say that, the whole room shifts and you hear the sound of weapons being pulled from sheaths. You see glowing green glass begin to glow from all corners of the shadow in your direction.
There is no loyalty that comes with this blood.
You fought hard enough to find your way to the heart of our safe house. Tell me what it is you intend before we strike you down and leave you in ashes.
We want to destroy Ludinus. We want to destroy Odahan Thul. We want to destroy my mother. And everyone who would seek to control the people of Ruidus.
What is your intent with the Imperium?
What is yours? I didn't even know of its existence until recently.
Ask the questions later. Answer them now.
If they serve Ludinus, then we would see them destroyed as well.
And we have your assurances that you are not a puppet, an instrument of the Weave Mind.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
Gulp.
Okay. Oh yeah. Maybe you are an instrument of the Weave Mind. We don't know.
You don't know.
That's fun.
Okay, okay. 27.
27.
She said that so flippantly.
There's a good 15 seconds of tense silence as this figure turns her head from side to side, looking you up and down, looking at your friends. And each of you feel peered into, peered through, judged, spiritually chewed and spat out in a matter of seconds, like you've been read for filth front to back. Quietly.
You like it.
Yeah, just like a little teeny bit.
Before she steps back a bit onto her back leg and crosses her arms in front. Well, I believe that you believe that. And that's something, at least. Very well. You want to know my intent? Our intent. What we want is inside there. The 5 minds that have enslaved us for hundreds of years. That glowing heart of this city. We aim to bring it down. Here, as you take in the sights around here, Rashina removes her hand from the crystal and it clouds over once more before she turns back to the rest of you. So, you're here. You say we're allied. You're not a danger. What can the volition do for you, and what can you do for the volition?
Oh, definitely a pillow, 3 squares a day, maybe a place to sleep for a little bit. I wouldn't take your eyes off us if I were you.
And for our service to the volition, we're all pretty aligned on this, so we think.
Very, very convincing.
We will help you. We will help you with all the like Elfman coming in and him being like, "Oh, this is my moon now," and
Yeah, what she said. We want to take him out.
yes,
If that means taking out your mind weave people as well, we'll do that. That's our goal.
I say this with all due respect in the chance that we've just met here, but you would all become paste within moments of attempting to go against the Weave Mine. Let us begin this forging of trust with a bit of a chance for you to show us what you're capable of before we send you into the chipper.
Well, we have a lot of allies on Exandria. At the end of the day, it wouldn't just be us.
Plus, we got here, didn't we? We've been through a lot just to even find you.
That's right.
I can tell by the sallow look on your faces and the sunken sockets that surround your eyes. You've
We
certainly
need sleep,
made your
all
way
right?
here. Nevertheless, you've come at a time where we're in the midst of plotting. So, you can make yourselves useful, or you can sit back and do nothing.
Well, wait, what are you?
We're happy to make ourselves useful. We're useful people, but is there something specific you had in mind?
Yeah, what
We're
are you
pretty good at
plotting?
plotting, yeah.
Can we hear? We want to plot.
You see, for the first time since your arrival on this Rashina figure, the slight smile curl at the edge of her kind of like sharp-toothed grin. Plotting is what we do best. Walk with me. And she turns back towards the center of the main chamber where you were. And as you can see, she's like moving out of this main chamber. They're plotting a detonation of part of the excavation. That should deeply slow their advancement beneath the prime pillar. Give us time to recover some of our imprisoned allies. And maybe allow some of your Exandrian allies to bring some reinforcements our way. What we do know is that Sorrow Lord Zathuda is currently overseeing the excavation beneath Gravirus, and, most of our last demolitions team made a gracious sacrifice to buy us the time we have now. The only survivor who has been a great ally and crafter of some of our means of defense is helming this next expedition. And she puts her hand up as a lengthy figure emerges from the shadows. Oh, I'm quite familiar with these figures.
Of course, if it's unsealing court shit, of course he's involved.
You couldn't just tell us where you were? You couldn't just tell us how to get here?
Where's the fun in that, Imogen? Besides, you've learned a lot on the way, haven't you? Be thankful. All these little moments inform who you're going to be.
If it helps, we know this one could vouch for us, but we're not asking for that.
It's really nice to see you again, Ira.
It is.
Hi, Ira.
Hello.
Hi.
So you're leading this little exposition.
I led the last one.
Oh, it makes you so nervous.
Sorry. You're so cool.
I led the last.
What were the other options?
Yes, what's option B?
Well, we also have a infiltration. One of our spies, Everoa, a Bomodo scientist who is tangential to the work that Ludinus has been overseeing within the Imperium to repurpose some of this odd technology that he's bringing in. Everoa has vanished and has stopped.
Everoa.
I didn't get it twice.
Everoa.
Everoa.
And he's a Borm.
She's a
She's a
Bomodo.
Bormodo
Bormodo.
scientist, you said? Avarawa.
So she's gone missing and we need to get her back?
Somebody needs.
She's been feeding us.
What are we gonna do? All of us? Are we all gonna split up and go on different parts of this mission?
I don't know if we should hedge our bets. We should spread the. I mean, we should spread the wealth.
What are our three options here? Is sabotage, right?
Detonation, distraction.
Yeah.
Sleuthing to find this Everoa spy, or prison break.
Rashina, do you think we'll need any help on the,
What
There's the
what?
fourth?
I don't know if that would be a good idea, Gaz.
What?
Sorry, what-
I don't know what you mean. I don't
You're gonna just tell us.
Gaz, what are you?
It's like, no, the assassination mission, we're keeping it close to our chest.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna, in her head, I'm gonna say, who are you assassinating?
Ooh.
You hear in your head. A figure that would buy us more time.
You think I'll have a problem with it?
Ooh.
Dang.
Oh shit, they're gonna go.
Likely.
Oh God.
We don't know this though. This is all happening in here.
You hear in your head, would you prefer to helm this mission? Because it's happening whether or not you're part of it.
My stomach just got
Matricide.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
I might need to sleep on it.
Very well. But let us know at first break, as we have some eager and well-trained figures waiting in the wings.
There is another mission.
Yeah.
Apparently, they are planning to assassinate my mom tomorrow.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about that?
How are you, feeling?
About that?
Yeah.
That's a lot to process.
Yeah. I think, you know, I kind of written her off. It's fine. God, I don't know.
We've had this talk about what happens when we get to this inevitability. Of course, none of us assumed that it would be.
So soon.
Yes.
I thought it would be after we came back, you know? I know she's bad. We've said it. We've made that clear. She does bad things for bad people. But when I made that connection, I felt her wanting me to stay away from him. You know? She didn't want me to connect. And I don't know if that's protecting me or if that's protecting them.
Did they make it seem when you were communicating with them that we'd be welcome along for that?
They said I could helm the mission if I wanted to.
Do you sense that there's any possibility for redemption in her?
God, it would take a lot, I think. That pull is very strong. And, she's got almost 20 years on it, you know?
But would you rather be there to see it or not?
I mean,
to get one more glimpse of her before she goes?
I think...
To say goodbye?
to change her mind?
To see how you hold up?
What if I try to stop it?
That is a question.
We're also talking about an assassination attempt. Your mother is very powerful.
She is. I wouldn't be able to overpower her.
Odahan may be right there, too. Orb check?
Oh, jeez.
You see the glow of Odahan. Far more level than it was when you were above the city. She is somewhere in the heart of Kraviris.
I'd rather have your mother at our side than against us.
I wish there was more than one instance where she was trying to keep you from something that seems dangerous, because that would at least feel like there's something there worth saving. But it's something.
Your mother can be far deep into whatever this mess is and still love you.
Sure.
Those two can coexist.
But does that change the outcome? If she's helping Ludinus, does it matter if she loves me?
It could.
You only get one, Mom.
I think the tricksy part about all of this is that the entire reason for doing one of these missions is to gain the trust of the Volition.
Yeah.
And if it seems like we're going on one of these missions to thwart that,
I
Could
don't want to fuck it
undermine our
up.
connection with them, yes.
I mean, what's the plan for tomorrow with the assassination?
And could it be delayed by like a day?
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that.
Just come on in, I guess.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's good. 29.
29. Okay, I was like, oh. There's been a particular figure of interest who's been dealing quite directly with the Vanguard, Weave Mind, and, well, seems to be of this latent, powerful figure, that this Ludinous guy that everyone keeps talking about has been kind of put on a pedestal. Seems real important. They've been kind of hard to pin down, moving around rather quickly, just seeing bits and pieces floating through the city and vanishing and stuff. But recently, I discovered that she's been kind of held up in this place called the Woven Music Grand Hall. Been gathering a lot of these, whatchamacallits. A lot of you Exandrian folk been wandering on here.
Rudisborn.
That's the one, yeah. Rudisborn. They've all been kind of conglomerating in that music hall. It's real pretty. It looks like a big shell. But, I was seen there yesterday and was there for today, and so we figure while we have the time here, at some point tomorrow, we're gonna send in a strike team and see if we can take her out and maybe wreck up and tangle some of the plans of the bad guys.
And what if she's working against the bad guys from the inside? And by killing her, y'all hurt yourselves.
Ow. I don't know. Everyone seems to say she's pretty bad, so, I don't know. I just do what I'm told.
And just to make sure we're super clear on this, did the woman, you know what she looks like? Does she look kind of like her?
Oh, yeah. Spit image.
Oh.
Kind of wild. I was going to ask a question about that. Kind of freaked us out when you walked in, to be
I'm
perfectly
sure.
honest.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, shit. Target came to us. Makes it real easy, but no, you're too much.
But it has.
I mean,
Officially now.
I don't want to cast any doubt on the Volition and their plans, but if your mother is gathering a bunch of Rudisborn into a single place and they think they're gonna roll in there and assassinate her, that sounds
Like a suicide.
like a suicide mission.
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea. Do they even know how powerful the Rudisborn
Maybe
are
we should
getting?
go just so that we can protect
them.
from her.
I mean, look at how hard it was just for us to fight that one Thought Eater.
Yeah.
That one 16-year-old kid awoke in that moment and...
He was easy to take out.
Yes, but imagine him times 40.
So if we go in there swinging, your mom is going to be really dangerous, deadly. Might be more effective just for you to try to talk her out of there. I wonder if we could pitch extraction.
I mean, I hate to say this is a terrible, terrible idea, but couldn't you theoretically talk to her now?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't want to warn her if...
I know.
Not in here.
No.
Somewhere else, but not in here.
God, this shit's complicated.
It is incredibly complicated.
We could maybe see her.
In a dream.
We still have the one scroll? We still have the scroll up?
No.
The mind shieldy one?
You've used them both. It still affects you right now. It hasn't faded entirely, but over a night's rest, it'll go away.
Well, we gotta make a decision. Do we sleep on it and decide in the morning, or do we want to take a peek-sees at her tonight?
But if you take a peek, sees, isn't it like you could be given in back to that thing again?
I don't know. I don't know anything here.
Or do
I don't know.
You want to visit your dad in a dream?
Did you figure out where she was other than Ruidus when you were dreaming?
Sure, I could find her exact fucking location, but guess what? She could see me too.
I was just curious if, like, locations showed up in dreams. I don't know. My dreams are fucking weird.
They seem to here.
Shit. It'd be great to have that conversation.
I just didn't know if it maybe add a little bit of extra protection while we still have the barrier of this scroll, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Like a little bit of a one-way call.
I mean, I think it was reaching out to Predathos that called Odahan to us before, so maybe if I reach out to her directly. But what would I say?
Other than warning her that we're coming, which is a terrible idea.
That's a terrible idea. I can't do that.
No, and the very act of calling might do that.
Even if the volition is tipped off, even in the slightest, that she got tipped, it's going to point directly back to us.
We have no
allies.
What if you just reached out to her and lied and said, you know, Mom, I'm in trouble, and just see if she is concerned or not? I don't know.
I think you tried that, haven't you?
I don't remember.
Well,
do you think?
All we gotta do is figure out if we're gonna go on that mission with them tomorrow or not.
When you tried to talk to her, when we were attacking the Malleus Key, did you feel like there was any possibility of swaying her then?
No. The only time I felt at the Malleus Key, yeah. She looked at me for a moment. And it was like she wanted to help, but something pulled her the other way.
I feel like she's just in too deep to try to. She doesn't know how to get out.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a way to reach her tonight to ask her to meet you somewhere safe? Relatively. Outside of here, outside of there.
You should pull the location of this place out of your head.
I don't know where's safe, though.
In your dream?
I could talk to her in our dreams. Yeah.
But isn't that like putting you online again?
Kinda, yeah. I mean...
For everyone to know that you're online?
Yeah. But maybe if it happens fast enough, maybe it'll be different with this.
And there were less people topside.
It's
Maybe you could
true.
invite her to meet you above.
I don't know. Seems like dreams is going to be the safest bet. Even just leaving this stronghold that we're in now.
If we're gonna do
It's
it,
going
then
to
we should
alert
do it
us.
soon, before our scroll wears off.
I'll also say, as much as I love all of you fucking complete messes, you're making a lot of assumptions that your mom is actually good.
No, we're not, Ashton.
All of these plans and all of these things are taking that assumption that she's swayable, and I just want to make sure that that thought does not leave, because no one's mentioned in all this. It's all been one last chance. We can talk to her, we can bring it around, just to make sure that we do know that this could go real bad real quick.
I think none of us have wanted to say that second part out loud.
Exactly.
Because if it goes south, then it's a throwdown. But we all know that.
Yeah.
You just say it out loud.
I guess the ultimate question is, are we going to allow this one last chance? Because it seems like if we do it, it really is the last chance.
And she can't.
We've already tried.
Honestly, I thought I'd already given up on her. But hearing that she's...
She could be gone.
Yeah. There's also a chance that if I go in, I might have trouble coming back out. I don't know if it's worth that risk.
Well, it's either a dream or no. One more shot.
If we're going to do it.
Let's do it.
Dream seems to be. the
Sorry,
way to do.
Ashton. You're gonna be exhausted tomorrow.
I know. Just remember, and I feel like this should be in a couple people's heads if I've learned anything in my adult life, is that a estranged parent is just a stranger who can make you believe any bullshit. Just be careful.
Okay.
Let's sleep.
All right.
I'll try to reach out.
You all gather up tightly within this alcove and try and prep as comfortable as can be a way that Imogen can slip into unconsciousness amongst the anxiety and concern. It takes some time, but through some concentration and the support of your friends and FCG's comforting presence.
Secret stash of melatonin.
Yeah. Just got a few gummies just in case. You slowly begin to slip. And it's here in this space, at the familiar, warm, red, nothing surrounds you. There's no dust, there's no storm, it's just warmth and color. You cast your spell?
I do, but because I'm casting it at such an insanely high level, technically I could bring us all.
It's kind of cool, but...
Unless you just want it to be you, which is also totally valid.
In the past, y'all have never been able to affect anything.
Mm-hmm.
You could just compromise us.
Then don't do it.
Okay. I think I have to go.
Okay.
Do you want anybody else with you?
FCG's going.
Okay.
As the gentle spiritual spark of your friend, fresh-cut grass, remains tethered to you here in this expanse, you kind of take in the space, and it simultaneously feels like an endless void, but also the proximity of warm water hugging you. It's an odd mixture of sensation and pressure. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna search for my mom. Try to find her mind.
The minute you imagine her in your mind's eye, you see a light appear. 100 feet, 10 miles. It's hard to tell any distance here.
I go towards it. I try to pull it towards me.
Like a rack focus. Within but a split second, the light approaches, and there you see, kind of balled up, knees to chest and arms around the side of your mother, her hair just kind of floating, her eyes closed. Imogen.
We're gonna go to break. Here in the dream, your mother unfurls slightly from her somewhat balled up physicality, the kind of bright light of her spirit in this space, thrumming with a twinned energy to yours. As she looks up to you, her eyes open. Imogen.
I'm here.
You're as stubborn as your mother, you know that? Seems the harder I try and push you away, the faster you run towards me, and maybe that's my fault.
You make me want to help. I know you don't want to be here.
It's almost over. It's almost over, and you won't have to worry about any of this.
Nobody will. I don't want to lose you.
You don't have to lose me. I'm not going anywhere. I didn't want this to be a burden thrust upon you. But I guess it found you anyway. Maybe that's my naivete. I'm sorry.
You said before you were trying to make a difference from the inside.
And I am.
In what way?
He listens to me.
You said yourself he's cunning.
He is.
How do you know he's actually listening to you?
Because I've seen his behavior change. I've pulled him from the edge a few times. And he's done some good after. I'm not saying he's good. But I'm worried what would happen if I wasn't here. If that makes any sense.
But Mama, what if you were fighting him? What if you could stop him? For real? Do you even want to?
I don't know. This is all so much bigger than either of us, but here we are.
Can I reach out? Can I touch you?
You see, like, her expression shift, like almost like a pained yearning, and there's a hesitation and a worry before she reaches out. And as her hand touches yours, they pass through each other, but there's a warmth. There's a connection. There's a nostalgia.
Are you doing this all for lewdness, or do you feel that pull from the sleeping one?
I'm not doing any of this for lewdness. I'm doing this because I didn't have a choice.
But you did.
Neither of us do. We're here. I tried to keep this from pulling you here, but you came anyway, and now we're both here in the center of it all. And it's going to happen.
But I want you to be free of it. And once this is over, all of us will be, all of us who were not given a choice but be born into this red light and changed. Do you know how much I miss just taking care of those horses? You know how much I dream of just walking the fields and making breakfast at sunrise. All that was taken from me. And all I could think about was making sure I didn't take it from you. And I failed at that too, it seems.
I want you to leave him. There's a fight coming. I don't want to fight you.
Imogen, there are children here.
I know.
Like you, that rely on me.
Can't we just make sure he never wakes up? Put him to sleep. Get rid of lewdness. And keep him asleep.
I don't know if that would just be delaying the inevitable. And being so close to this, I feel like I can guide this the best way it can be. I'm surrounded by some very dangerous people. But they need me. I can feel it. And they listen to me. And I'm scared of what would happen if I wasn't here. What would happen to these children? These people?
Think of the children that will die if you let him free.
I don't know why you think people will die for this. Predathos doesn't want to destroy the world.
Just the gods. Who do you think those gods protect?
That's a good question, isn't it?
Tell me what you know. I'm here to convince you the other way, but if you have something that could bring me to your side, I need to know it.
What is a god but a tyrant that's always been? They protect those who give themselves to them, like any other king. I know change is hard, and I know that I don't know, this is also and part of me just wants to run away from it all, but I know I can't. It's too late, and
It's not too late. It's not too late.
Sweet Imogen. You know I love you, right? I love you, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I wasn't there. Maybe one day when you have a child of your own, you'll understand. Or not.
Are you prepared to take my life? Keep that child from being born.
Don't say that, Imogen.
It could happen. We're on opposing sides here, Mom.
You just need to run away.
I'm not running anymore. I love you. Daddy still loves you.
If I do this right, maybe we can all go home.
No, Mama. You're lying to yourself. They're lying to you. Ludinus is an evil, evil man. And he's gotten into your head.
History is filled with evil men. But few the courage to stand up and try and stop them. Where I'm standing. I don't think we're on the opposing sides like you think we are. We just have a different method, that's all. That's all. Please see it in yourself to understand why I've done and given up all of this.
Maybe it's your turn to run. When I wake up.
She wakes up, I'm still in there. I'm like, where'd she go? Oh, God!
I forgot you were in there too.
Oh, God!
Hi.
Can I touch you?
Yeah. I forgot my.
You're locked overnight in the tank. Here's, well,
That was fucking.
damn.
That was fire.
She's still Lulu. Yeah. She's in it.
Lila?
I don't think we're gonna convince her otherwise. She sees the good in it. And she is saving people. I mean, there's children here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of children have already died. And more will.
Is this the middle of the night, the morning? Where are we?
We're
Well,
still...
she went to
Middle of the
sleep.
She went to sleep, middle of the night.
This is maybe a few hours into your rest.
Sorry.
Like, is
Are
all
y'all
night?
asleep? I imagine, do we stay awake?
Yeah, did we stay awake or?
You tell me.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you guys.
Wake up for a minute. That's fine.
I'll stay asleep.
I have
I don't
the
want to die.
Treshy scribe ball kind of in front on the table. I've been watching it the whole time.
Let's move to the surface.
How many hours has it been?
It's been a couple hours into the long rest.
Couple?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of risking an exhaustion point. I'm gonna say that Orm is awake and has been just sitting with his sword in his lap.
Okay.
In case.
Imagine we could take. It's pretty smart to take watches.
take watches, right?
We should take watches. We're not safe here.
I'll take the next watch. I'm fine.
Do you want to talk about it now, or do you want to talk about it in the morning?
I don't think I should go there. to your mother.
I think she's... too far gone.
I mean, that's fine. Do you have any opinion about whether others of us should go? Just to see?
I don't think I could forgive you if you had a hand in it.
What if we had a hand in stopping it? Could you forgive us then?
I have a very strong feeling this assassination is not going to be successful.
I think you're right.
I agree.
Might be best to steer clear of it altogether. I
I
don't
think
know.
we should let them know that they're in for more than they can handle.
It's wise.
All right, and then we'll do a different one tomorrow, or a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we sleep on that
Sure.
figure?
Yeah.
Imogen, we're all real sorry.
Thank you. I knew it, you know. This was just a confirmation. She's not bad. It's all gray.
It is. Even the gods are gray. I mean, love them or hate them. They bring a lot of order to the world and a lot of joy, but also, you know, there's bad ones too. Everything's gray.
She called them tyrants.
The gods?
Yeah.
She wasn't talking about mine, right? Like specifically.
I mean, she said they protect those who serve them.
It's pretty ironic coming from someone who's dedicated their life serving lewdness.
Yeah.
Well, he is up for the job, I suppose.
What do you think she knows?
She said he was going to do some really bad things. She pulled him back from the brink. I mean, she's one of his generals. She's probably got some...
I mean, what do you think she knows about the gods?
Oh, whatever lewdness has told her. You know, she doesn't have any more communication with them than we do.
I mean, the people of this moon are incentivized to not let out this thing because it seems pretty clear from the previous crushes and the earthquakes that everything goes down if it does. But what's the knowledge driving all this? What's the perspective? Just unseat the gods because they're tyrants? It's got to come from somewhere. But what? I feel like we haven't. I feel like we're missing pages out of a book.
Yeah.
We can't find them here though, because we're blocked. But maybe if we get back.
It's also just hard when it seems like the only perspective we do have is lewdness's, and
He's a crazy fuck.
he's a crazy fuck.
He just wants power.
And at that point, it's not perspective, it's propaganda. Well,
Yeah, what are we landing on
you
here?
said you're not feeling going after your mother.
No.
So Stripe Emperor it is.
Do we want to...
No from those reactions. Okay.
Do we want to try and do 2 of these and split the party?
Sorrow Lord Zathuda is the detonation one.
Mm-hmm.
Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Then there's infiltration. Find Ivora.
So we can find out what lewdness is building.
Huh?
That's how we find out what lewdness is building.
Yeah.
That's the detonation one. You mean.
No.
The second one.
Infiltration is
The
how we
spy.
would find out.
Evaroa the spy.
She was a
Rescue. Chetney gets to hang out with a psycho.
My life.
And maybe we could find some allies that have been held in the garrison as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got to be between B and C for me. If we're not going after your mom, Feels like
But
being
her
seen.
Well, her dad. And Ira. Aren't you like dating Ira or something? Doesn't he-
No.
doesn't he- I know, but doesn't he have the hots for you?
No.
The other way
I
around.
think he wants nothing to do with me. I think
No,
he probably finds me annoying.
you just
Is
have a
Ira-
talent crush on Ira.
I think he's spooky.
Is that right around?
That's all.
Anywhere?
Do you want to
It's
go look for
fine.
Ira?
Yeah.
Okay. Fern exits the chamber, and you begin wandering through the halls. You get odd looks from folks that are still uncertain.
I think she's gonna go flirt with your
by.
boyfriend.
It's fine.
Is it?
Yes.
Says your girl.
Eventually, you come back to that initial chamber with the large stone. All right.
I wait for everybody to file out and grab Imogen, pull her behind for a second.
All right.
Hi.
You feel so distant. Lost almost.
You too.
Are you all right?
No. Are you?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not all right if you're not all right. I'm really protective of you, and I don't want to come across as harsh towards your mother.
Say it.
As someone who loves you, I don't know how she could abandon you.
You love me. And you have another power pulling at you at the same time, right?
I do.
I thought we lost Delilah. We fought her. I thought she was gone. And the minute we split up, you fanned that ember back into existence. I feel like that flame is bigger than it ever was before. Does that mean you don't love me?
Of course not. But I guess getting rid of the pool, just like the gravity of the moon,
It's complicated.
harder to break free.
I'm sorry for what I said with Nana Mori.
I can't stop thinking about it. You already have to deal with so much. I don't want to be an added burden.
You're never a burden, Laudna. And I can hate Delilah and love you, which I do. I don't know how to let you let her go. I don't know if you can.
Do you think you'll ever be rid of Rudis?
That's our path, right? It's either be rid of Predathos or embrace it. I don't think there's a half measure here. But if getting rid of Delilah means getting rid of you, I don't think that's worth it. I just wish I knew why you gave her power again.
I didn't mean to. It wasn't a choice. She never fully left. I think we all wanted to believe that, and it kills me to know that you all had to go through what you did. For what seems like a lot of nothing. It's not fair.
Are you telling me the truth? You wouldn't lie to me again, right, Laudna?
You just said so yourself. It's complicated. This isn't a one-way road. I'm not feeding her. She's feeding me. It's symbiotic. I don't understand how it works. I never have, and I probably never will.
All right.
But if you can't reconcile with that,
I grab the side of your face and
okay.
kiss her.
I will never let you go. And if you need her, then that's my answer.
What if by holding on to you, though, I'm holding you down?
What are you talking about? I need you.
Imogen, you're destined for greatness. Look at everyone around us. They say it. You're special.
That's bullshit.
It's not. We can all pretend like we're special. Unique, maybe. But not the kind of special that you are. Everything is being set up, is being staged for you to be the savior of Exandria. You have to know it's true. You have to see it. And if I or anyone else gets in the way of that...
Laudna, if you weren't holding me down, I wouldn't be saving anybody but Predathos. And you have to know that's true. If you let me go, I'm gone.
But if I'm not holding you down, then think of how high you can fly. I don't want to lose you. Don't get me wrong, I don't know, it's all so complicated. Just can't help but feel like the bigger these issues become, the bigger the task. The bigger the gulf between us.
I will not let you go.
These tiny mice see it, start walking into the chamber and reaching up and grabbing your fingers, like trying to pull you towards the meeting.
Poignant. I won't let go.
Very well, Gaz. Take your finest, well, those suited for the task. Not a worry. It'll be the first head I've popped in a while. All right. Get my blades at the go.
I say in Imogen's head.
He's gonna die.
Do you want to say something?
She's strong.
Hmm?
She's strong.
Oh, we assumed as such to be of such important, well, to be gliding around like the Thought Eaters themselves throughout the city, we assume.
Stronger than the Thought Eaters. It might behoove you to take her prisoner instead, if you can. She has a lot of information you might be able to glean. Glean?
I appreciate your candor on this, but I think you also understand as well as we do that a being of such power cannot be subdued. We have one chance at this, and there's only one way to be sure.
Cannot be subdued? What do you mean? Of course we can be subdued.
I've lost many men because we've showed a moment of empathy where it was not deserved. This is war, and one must do what is necessary for what is right.
I think what Imogen is warning against is escalation. Just be careful. I know for sure that this is the right move. Because if you are successful, and that is a massive if, knowing how powerful she is, you could right piss them off in a big way.
Sweet girl, we have been the sole thorn in their side for generations. Nothing would make me happier. They have robbed me of everything I've ever cared about. So, I appreciate your words of warning, but you forget who you're talking to. We are soldiers, and we will do what must be done.
There's a quick thrum in my chest, in my face, morphs ever so slightly, and I say, I'm not a sweet girl. Unsettling presence.
In the room, like a few folks can take a step back a little bit.
Indeed.
Okay, so we have
Me, you,
Fern, Ashton.
Ashton.
Oh, great.
And who else?
Fern, Ashton, FCG.
FCG.
The hard
Team
hitters.
detonation.
You got it.
It's actually a well-built group, all things
Alrighty, and
considered.
we have Chetney,
Fair enough.
Orem,
Imogen, and
Soft
Laudna
touchers.
on the infiltration team.
Does that feel? What's your name?
My name is Imodna. I was once a designer for the Weave Mind.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You wouldn't say that if you know what I've done.
I think many of us are walking a path of redemption.
I would agree.
What were you saying?
I'll shake her hand at some point.
She kind of reminds me of Shadona.
I know.
Fern.
Just like an evil Shadon.
Like an evil rascal.
Fern.
Marisha, why did Laudna choose to sacrifice the Will Master to Delilah? And why is she keeping this from Belle's head?
Why haven't you told us?
Question.
What do we know?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
were possessed in the moment by Delilah?
Yeah, I think because like Imogen was like, "Are you lying to me?" And like, Laudna is full, and then like Travis is also being like, "Why would this bitch be lying?" But I think Laudna in her head is like, she is not. She's trying. She's like, she doesn't really know what's going on. She's not trying to hide it. Maybe she's a little in denial. Yeah. I might be a little denial. So I think she's like, what?
I didn't do anything.
Because I think she's just not sure, but she does know that she's like, well, if Delilah, if this bitch, has the opportunity to make me like more powerful for the fight ahead, then I want to like, you know, and because I've been talking to Matt and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And he was like, But he did say, he was like, I will say you're like close to
the edge.
The edge of like a wall. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I want to.
Great.
Me as Marisha, I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens because I want to be more powerful.
You need a gem just like FCG. We got to know.
You're gonna go full Ghostbusters on us before we leave the moon?
I don't know.
No, not
Done
before
now.
we leave the moon.
But you've gotten cool, powerful stuff. You've gotten cool power stuff. You've gotten cool, powerful stuff. And so Laudna's kind of like,
you got some cool, powerful stuff.
Yeah, but like new stuff, new boosts, new
Yeah.
boosts that aren't like leveling up.
Yeah.
Like outside stuffs.
Yeah.
I want stuff.
Yeah. Time to get some stuffs.
Free market
I just get
culture.
half.
Yeah. Laura and Marisha.
Oh.
How are Imogen and Laudna feeling after their discussion about their relationship? It's complicated.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Are you lying?
I love it too.
Yeah, are you lying to me?
Woo, that was stressful to listen to.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know. I thought like I didn't know where it was gonna go. I thought maybe you were gonna be like, let's just not right now. Let's just call it quits, Keys. Because like it could have gone. It could have gone both ways in that conversation.
I still feel like it's like tenuous.
Yeah, but we also haven't had any chance to talk. And also, Laudna has this dumbass idea that she's holding Imogen back.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid.
Yeah. Hey, how many great relationships have ended in insecurities and other person's feeling like they're a burden?
Yeah.
Like Laudna like definitely struggles with feeling like a burden just in general and like a literal, I mean, I've said this before too, like said this to you, like I'm a literal dead end, you know? So it's like hard. At a certain point, you're either gonna like get past that or you're not.
Right.
Will she grow? Will you believe in yourself?
I know.
Yeah.
She's starting to believe.
I don't know. I don't think Imogen sees it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly. Which is great. It was very, I was like, she loves me. She really does love me.
Bull.
It was very sweet, but yeah, I was like, I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's juicy character shit.
Yeah.
Think that Delilah should. Oh my God!
Don't mind me.
Delilah stuff is gonna have to come to a head.
It 100% will. Yeah, and I don't know what it's gonna turn into.
I know. I know.
We keep saying like villain arc, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know which one of us is gonna be the first
It's gonna
one
go
to give in
first.
or
Yeah.
Can we undead you somehow?
I know, that's what I keep thinking.
We
I'm
make
like,
you-
There's gotta be a way.
what
I don't
if?
know.
And
Like,
if we
I don't
don't-
think it's a dead end.
Yeah.
If we don't, how long do you go on? Forever? Is this your third character who goes on forever?
I kind of think so.
Yeah.
Well.
But also, if we kill Delilah, like Laudna's, unless we find a way to break that connection in a way that is outside of.
Yes.
With all our
If you killed Delilah, then you kill Laudna.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
But the only reason that y'all know, that y'all believe that if you kill Delilah, you kill Laudna is from whom, Delilah?
That's true.
Maybe she's lying.
She's lying.
It might, yeah, she could be lying.
You had power before Delilah, and she acts like all your power comes from her.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't.
You don't.
I
Okay.
genuinely don't. I have no idea. Do you know? But